Hey everyone, welcome to Illegal Alien Racing. This is the very last session of the very first day driving the new South Track out at Dallas Karting Complex. What makes this one a little different than the others, as you can see, I've put on some of the data on the screen that the GoPro captures during a recording session. So on the top left, we have the track map. It's going to be a little blue dot that will show you where I am on the track. On the bottom right, of course, is a mile an hour. And above that is the G-force meter, so you can see the type of G's that we experience while we're driving one of these karts, and particularly at this new track at Dallas Karting Complex. So I'm going to let the raw footage just kind of play during the first half of this video, and then we'll come back a little bit later and chat about a couple of different things. so that was a few laps of just raw audio and driving. Got some better tires on here, so let's take a lap around and see what some of the G-forces are. Now these are being felt from side to side. You're not really getting pressed in your seat. It's like 2.1 there for just a split second, and right here, pretty much a sustained 1.4, 1.5, somewhere in there. Here's the tail end. There'll be a little bit more. Looks like 2.3 was the max. That's a bank turn, so you're going to feel a little bit more. We can go a little harder into that corner than some of these other ones. So yeah, if you're new to karting, this stuff, it's a workout. People think that we're just out here just driving around. It's pretty easy. Now your hands and your forearms and your shoulders are getting a workout. With these G-forces, your neck is getting a workout because your head, you know, weighs a decent amount usually. And you're also wearing a helmet on top of it. So it's going to want to pull your head from side to side, the opposite direction you're turning. And sometimes you'll see people that are driving pretty hard and are not in shape. After a while, they'll start getting tired. It's happened to me before. And your head just kind of starts flopping over to one side because you just really can't hold it up as well as you would like. You can see the data there kind of froze up. It should kick on here in just a little bit and get back to normal. So if you're wondering what the grip is like on this track, is it like the North track and slippery? Not even close. This feels like normal grip. Just needs to have some more rubber laid down, and it'll be like any other track you've driven on in regards to grip. So that's good to see. I've got my best used tires on, so it's got a lot more grip than the prior tires I had when I started the day out, so I can be a lot more aggressive in the cornering. Right here I'm pointing another driver that's behind me, same class that I'm in, so we should be about the same speed. I'm pointing him to the inside, and I'm going to follow him around for just a little bit. See the data is working again on the right hand side. So this section of the track, we're going uphill just a little bit, and then back downhill for the fastest part of the track. Now this is a cut through. They could just do a straightaway through here or open up the cut through here. I really enjoy this section of the track. It's a right-left. You can get pretty aggressive through there, but don't go off track because there's a bunch of rocks right there for right now. And then this is a bank turn. Has a little slight banking to it, so you can really drive in there pretty hard. This section of the track I'm still getting used to. I think I could definitely improve a lot in this area of the track and try to cut down some of my lap times. This will definitely be, I think, a passing zone during race day. It's going to be interesting to see if people try to pass in this corner here, approaching around 60 miles an hour in this class. I don't know what size rear sprocket the driver ahead of me is using. I would have liked to have asked him and kind of compare it to what I have to see maybe what the best gearing is. If you're not familiar with how that works, imagine you're riding a 10-speed bike and you put the chain on the biggest sprocket in the rear. It's really easy to pedal and get up to speed, but after a certain point you quit accelerating. Now if you flip it to the small sprocket, it's kind of hard to get going, but once you get going, you can go a lot faster than you could using the bigger gear. It's the same thing here in karting. If you have a bigger sprocket, the cart will accelerate quicker and get up to speed faster, but you can only go so fast. Where if you have a smaller gear in the back, it takes a little bit longer for the cart to wind up, but you can reach a higher top end speed. So you've kind of got to figure out what the optimal gear is for the track you're racing on and the conditions that you're driving in that day. So we're gonna have to experiment on gearing and air pressure in our tires as we get more experience on this track. The session's starting to kind of wind down, and right here it gets a little bit confusing. Puts his hand up in the air, let me know he's going to go to the pits, which is to the right, but then he pulls over to the left and really slows down. I thought he was going to cut across, which would not make any sense, but he told me later that he had a problem with his brakes, so he just kept it down to the bottom, which was good, and that's fine. And I also was kind of anticipating him coming across the track, so I slowed down a lot. This is the last lap before I bring it in, and what I'm doing here is just testing the brakes out. There's no one behind me, so I'm going to get on it and then just kind of mash the brakes and see what the cart does. Trying to get a feel of this cart, not completely used to it just yet. I want to experiment and practice to see what it'll do versus in a race. In regards to braking, like right there, this cart feels great. The brakes, you can be pretty aggressive on them. I'm going to do it one more time here. Just bring the cart up to speed just a little bit and get on the brakes and kind of see where the locking point is, where the back tires will lock up, to get a feel of that. So that's it. I have my right hand in the air, letting the other drivers know that I am slowing down and bringing it into the pits. We're going to pack the cart up, all the tools and everything, and go back to the house, and that's the first full day out at DKC on the new track. Pretty cool. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me any questions below in the comments. We'll try to get them answered for you. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Y'all take it easy.